the lighting is so warm here. What a great time to be a Final Fantasy fan. They've chosen a really wide lens here. They've achieved this aesthetic, which kind of feels like you're playing with toys. This is something I wish they did in Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I love this so much. It's the idea of recreating the same camera angles as the pre-rendered backgrounds. But it's from the perspective of a child, so to have the bells is just such a smart storytelling choice, right? It feels like a lullaby. This shot right here is a reference to the pre-rendered background. This is how we saw it as kids. One-Winged Angel starts playing. You get a One-Winged Angel? Are you kidding me? It's Cloud Sword. Welcome if you're new. My name is Philip. I'm an actor and a filmmaker, and today we're going to be watching and reacting to Final Fantasy IX Remake Memoria project. Full gameplay demo on Unreal Engine 5. And analyzing the cinematic link. I am so excited for this project. You guys know I love Final Fantasy, and a good friend of mine, Alex Mokala, is involved in this project working on the music. So I think it's going to be very special. I'm actually going to be attending the Final Fantasy 16 event in LA, where they're going to reveal the game with a lot of my fellow creators, and it's going to be so much fun. Me and Aaliyah will be there, so look out for us. But let's get right into it. If you want to see some of my recent film work, you can see my new short film that released, Trial of the Four Masters, which I filmed in China with real warrior monks. It was an absolute pleasure. So make sure to check that out over on my main channel, and let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for Final Fantasy IX Remake? All right, let's see what you've cooked up for us, Alex and friends. Oh, delighted to hear the place I'll return to someday. Mwah. Beautiful rendition. It's glorious. Ah, even the menu sound and the clicking. Oh, the lighting is so warm here. Harpsichord, perfect for that royal feeling. Ah, it's beautiful. Garnet looks amazing. Oh, they absolutely nailed the aesthetic. Wow, so much expression and so much life. I heard that Final Fantasy main prelude harp in there, Alex, if that was you. I love the lighting. It's got that warm feeling looking in to this window as she looks out. It's like the start of a fairy tale. It's like it's welcoming you into the story with this warm lighting. Really good choice. The aesthetic is beautiful, and they've just achieved this atmosphere. Congrats to the team. I'm already sold. Like, it's great. Show me just that, I'm happy. The Warrior of Light. Like, look at this reference to Final Fantasy 1 with the Yoshitaka Amano sword and everything. Already references to other Final Fantasies. They didn't even expect it. I love it. What a delight. Yep, this is the original opening song. Yep. The little Vivi looks amazing. I love what they've done with his eyes here. So beautiful. Look at the citizenry here. Look at the NPCs. Even the guards look great. Chocobos and Moogles. Ah, man, this is so nice. A little bit of suspense there. Yep. Beautiful choice. Yeah. Wow, the swelling music. I love it. Look at the ship. Ooh. I like what Alex did there. If that was him on the music, he actually extended that main theme of Final Fantasy. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Ah, iconic. Beautiful. Yep. And look at even the environments. Ah, so magical, man. I got a big smile on my face like I'm a kid again. Guys, I'm enjoying this so much so far. And if you guys are new, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as a part of the community if you got a second. And especially with all the amazing things coming, we'll be at the Final Fantasy 16 showcase in LA. We've got Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth news probably coming tomorrow with a new trailer to break down. So much to celebrate together. And Vivi's theme right off the bat, I love it. And this is going to be gameplay. I could talk about it all day. I love the aesthetic they've chosen here, and wow. Okay, so what I like about this is they've chosen a really wide lens here, and I kind of like it. It's a little bit wider than usual. This might even be in like the 20 millimeter range. Games tend to be in like the 35 millimeter range for like a third person view situation like this as far as the lensing is concerned. And what that means is just, the lower we go with the lens number, the more we see. So your eyes, the human eye, sees about a 50 millimeter lens. This is a little bit bigger. And I like that they've done that because there's a lot, I want to talk about this later, how they use shallow depth of field. But what I'll say so far is they've achieved this aesthetic,
See the nobles?
which kind of feels like you're playing with toys. And it's so smart. It's such a great choice from the director here. Because this game feels like, you're looking into a diorama or something. And I think that's probably some of the choices that they made in here were to achieve something like that. It has this whimsical feel to it. It has this childlike wonder to it. And I think they're really smart for keying into that. But it looks great. Look at this. Chocobos. Oh, man. This is beautiful.
Oh, I do hope this play is as riveting as the last one. After all, watching paint dry can be
fully voice acted? Really?
Watching paint dry can be so entertaining.
Vivi's voice.
Do that next.
Oh man, really nice choice for Vivi. Great casting there. I don't know who did it. I'd love to know. Man, for a proof of concept, by the way, this is absolutely insane. There's the Warrior of Light.
Wow. I wonder what the story behind this statue is.
Ah, so smart, man. I'll tell you, Square Enix, if that FF9 remake rumor is true, I bet they're watching this and like, there it is, the Gizzle Greens. You gotta love it. Ah, can you pet the Chocobo? Yes, you can. There he is, Puck, right on cue.
Watch where you're going.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Can't you see I'm in a hurry?
Awesome. I really like what they did with VP's eyes here. To make his eyes a light source is really smart. It's a little bit in line with the CGI too.
He must be on his way to see the show too.
Yeah, that was a smart choice because you can kind of go two different ways. Do I make him look like a human, or do I go with the fantasy surreal aesthetic? They did the right thing here. It looks like the old games too. Like even like Final Fantasy 1 White Mage or Black Mage, that was really good. I love the collectibles, like the Chocobo plushie, Moogle plushie. It's so fun, man. I love it. Man, the wide angle really is serving its purpose here too. It's like a 15 millimeter to 20 millimeter, I would say, and it's allowing us to see this life-filled location that they brought to life. I really like that. Like this visual storytelling. We saw Garnet up in the tower at the beginning, and now it's like, okay, we're moving towards that. That's probably where she was. If you've never seen this story before.
My penance is spent.
Love it. Now, was that poem in the original? Because I can't remember. I love the shallow depth of field here. Again, feels like a diorama. Feels like you're playing with toys. So appropriate for this aesthetic, man. Great choice. Probably like an f-stop of 1.8 aperture. Good choice for this. You got a nice bokeh in the background too. Love that.
I remember a guy with spiky hair who carried something like this. I wish I could afford it.
Cloud. Man, the references are so cool. Like, is that the Magus sisters from Final Fantasy X? This is amazing. Like, I love the references to other games in the series. Really strong references too, man. It's so fun. Like, what a delight as an FF fan. Come on. Ah, the real final boss of FF9. Jump roping. Yes. Yep. You get a card for it. See, I like that. That's fun. Ah, look at the detail and all the shops that they put. What? We've gone 4:3 aspect ratio. This is so good. This is so cool. This is something I wish they did in Final Fantasy VII Remake because I love this so much. It's the idea of recreating the same camera angles as the pre-rendered backgrounds. Even though it's not pre-rendered anymore, this is in Unreal Engine 5, but it's so good.
in a beggar's
I
banquet.
love it. What a charming and nostalgic thing. Doesn't it bring you right back to the 90s, playing video games on a summer night? You got school in the morning. Look at that awesome night theme, good night theme. Oh, and here we go. Yeah, a night version of Alexandria. Ooh, it's mysterious too. Mood choices here, Alex, on music. Tonberry plushie, oddly horrifying but charming. And there's that, yeah, the Final Fantasy prelude. Nice choice. Sort of a musical theme throughout all this. I like it too. It has these bells. It feels like a lullaby. Why is that? Because we're seeing it from the perspective of a kid. And yeah, there's the Mega Sisters.
Feels like they're from another world.
They are. Oh man, so awesome. I love the Mega Sisters. They're also in Final Fantasy IV. But it's from the perspective of a child, so to have the bells is just such a smart storytelling choice, right? Feels like a lullaby.
What am I going to do now?
Ah man, great performance again. You can really feel his struggle there. And look at, again, just the visual storytelling. That wide angle is serving them so well. That 15, 20 millimeter range is serving them so well for shots like this. We can take in the whole city. And I wonder if it would be the same if they were to take this out into the world map or into like a smaller dungeon where, you know, there's not as much space. It'd be interesting to see the differences that a change in focal length could serve there. Oh, come on. Terra's theme? Final Fantasy VI? Like, come on. So beautiful. Oh, and a nice version of it, too. The Moogle's like, alright, yeah. Wait, Under the Star... It's Final Fantasy Tactics. Under the Star. Oh, come on. That's beautiful. Final Fantasy Tactics by Yasumi Matsuno. One of my favorite creators and writers. Beautiful. And Tactics music is just so underrated. Hitoshi Sakimoto, amazing composer. So this is really cool because that shot right there, go back for just a second. This shot right here is a reference to the pre-rendered background of Final Fantasy IX. But what they've done is they've made it a little more cinematic. It's moving. It's not a tripod shot. It's a little bit of a dolly. And what's cool is it's the same exact angle as the pre-rendered shot. So it gives this awesome kind of like Memoria, you know, this reference to our memories as a child. It's kind of osmosis. But at the same time, like this is how we saw it as kids.
That should do for now.
Right? Like our imaginations take over. And you can see this in your mind's eye. So it's kind of cool because it's like your memory.
Stuck working late while my
And there it is
wife
again. See that same angle?
fancy for the place.
So smart. So smart. And there's Puck, yeah. But it's so smart to combine those two, you know? And reference it while making it a little more technically cinematic.
Yeah, it's fake.
I'll
Aw,
let you see the show if you
So
become
sad.
my lackey. Well,
Lackey.
what do you say?
Well, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Great. Now for the first assignment.
that was funny. Good timing. Great. I recall this taking a lot longer in the game to walk over there and stuff.
All clear?
Clear.
Beautiful
All
rack
right.
focus
Engage
there.
according to mission parameters.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like the aperture too. It's like I said, probably like maybe on that shot it's maybe like a 1.4 aperture, which just means beautiful shallow depth of field. It's gonna be a very small amount of space that's in focus, and the rest is gonna be blurred out, which allows you to, as the audience, focus better on the subject, and it's nice and smooth for your eyes, you know. You don't have to do a lot of work guessing where you should be looking. Whereas in a shot like this, it's fun to take in everything. They want you to look everywhere. So what I like about this is, if you guys have seen the original game, we can't see that way. The pre-rendered background's actually facing the other way. Yep, and the camera's gonna pan now. So we don't see what's on the other shore right there. This is the angle from Final Fantasy IX. So what's cool is they had to recreate that painstakingly. Like, you know, that's the disadvantage, you might say, of having a 3D space that can't control what the eye sees. You know, when a player can look anywhere, you have to create everything and everywhere. So the amount of work they did to just create city that didn't really exist here, and look at the city model and the CG and like recreate it. Very impressive stuff, man. I am floored. General Beatrix, good character. I hope they show her in here. It's a cool reference though. Jumping as well, unless I'm insane. That's awesome. Do my ears deceive me here? That was a reference to Melodies of Life. Smart, Alex. I like it. Look at the color use. That's another thing I wanted to say about this. The colors are so rich in this, which I love because it feels like a fairy tale. It feels very whimsical. They've captured that aspect of it. A lot of games these days are afraid to use color in this way, and I love that it's just rich and joyful. Key to the mansion. Love it. One-Winged Angel starts playing. You get a One-Winged Angel. Are you kidding me? It's Cloud's sword and Aerith's flowers. Is she gonna come out and smack him for stepping on the flower? The references. Did Alex really work in One-Winged Angel? Bravo. That is glorious. You have my applause, sir. You have my applause. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. I love this shot.
We're almost there.
Really cool.
Just across the rooftops and up over the castle wall.
All right, there we go. I remember the sequence. I did that like Hitchcock technique, where you actually pull the camera back while zooming out or zooming in.
Think about how awesome the play will be once we make it across.
Weird visual effect,
This part, kid.
but it's a cool trick.
Right.
Used in a lot of horror.
Those privileged Treno nobles. It ain't fair how they get all those tickets.
That's right.
It should go to others like us.
You tell him, Puck. You tell him.
Yeah. I don't even know your name. My name's Puck.
Shakespearean.
My name's
Puck.
Huh? You got a funny name. Pleased to meet you.
Ah, so magical. I love it. And there's that prelude coming back. It's that through line, thematic through line through all the music. Great. Man, hats off to everybody who worked on this. I am so impressed. Like, just absolutely impressed. So well done. Dan Eder, like, well done. Ian on the animation. Melodies of Life. I love it. With the cello and the vocals, beautiful. Alex McCallaghay, bravo, man, you killed it on the music. It's so well done. It's so magical. I'm very impressed, man. And there she is. Ooh, a wider angle for that shot. They did so well with Garnet, man. I'm very impressed. That may be my favorite sequence. We'll go back and look at it quick. But it's just, guys, I can't stress the amount of work that went into this. It's insane. And with that few people working on it, I mean, you might say that few, that's a lot, but it's a ton of work. It really is. And it looks great. Yeah, man, you did so good, Alex. Purple Scala on the piano, yep. Husky by the Greek on guitars, no surprise there. And Frankie. Man, we got a lot of our friends on this. This is so fun, man. Good job, Frankie, on the vocals. Incredible collaboration. There's the Mega Sisters. A little electric guitar there. Husky. I'm so impressed. Just bravo. Yeah, this is the place I'll return to someday, the title screen. Really cool medley art here. I'm so impressed, man. Like I said, to use this sort of really beautiful toy feeling for the aesthetic, it's just so smart because it feels like you're playing with toys. The original game feels like you're a kid, you know? And it brings us back to that. Look at the moves with the Buster Sword. That was funny, man. You got me on the One-Winged Angel song. So well done. Real. Now, because this is a proof of concept and like kind of a movie, it's interesting to think about if you were to walk over there at any time, One Winged Angel would start playing. But obviously, Alex like worked it in right there. I love the credit to the original team. Beautiful. All the incredible fans. Yep. Looks so good in Unreal Engine, man. So good. Nothing but good things to say about it, and the victory fanfare. Like, what a great way to end it, because this is a victory for the entire Final Fantasy community. Fans who've like grown up and become very talented artists and hardworking artists. What a tribute. That's the perfect word for it. What a tribute to the entire legacy of Final Fantasy. And I really hope that if Square Enix is watching, they're like, I mean, who knows? Square Enix's version might be even crazier. We don't know if that rumor is even true. It probably is. But man, I'm so curious, and I really hope that all the original creators who worked on this will watch this and just have a big old smile on their face. And I hope this helps showcase just how passionate all of us are about these games. And it's so cool to see a lot of, again, my fellow creators and artists who have grown up playing these games kind of give back to the community and just make this massive tribute, with no pay or anything. It's just doing it. And it really is a testament to art and inspiration. It's beautiful to see, and I want to talk about this for just a second. So well done and well lit. I love the warmth here. Again, to show the crown before you see her reaction, and her face is really smart because there's a lot of reservation in her posture, and it's so cool to show the body language before we pan up, and it's like, wait, why is she crying? What's going on here? Ask these questions, just sort of narratively setting up these questions. And like I said before, like Final Fantasy 12, it's the same exact thing, right? We get the big kings and queens and the castles and the empires and their wars, and then we pull back. Or rather, I guess we pull in. we zoom in and we get what's happening on the streets, and we get Vaughn's perspective and Penelo's perspective. Another great game by Yasumi Matsuno. This is the same thing with Final Fantasy 9, right? Like we start out seeing Garnet, and then we get to see what's going on in the streets. Okay, we got a little kid who wants to go see a show. He's all alone. It's beautiful, and it brings a humanity to the story and a human perspective that allows you to immerse yourself in the world, as opposed to just getting like kind of like a historical overview of what's happening. So well done. I could talk about this all day. Hats off to everybody. Again, I just got to see this like opening segment again because it's so beautiful. Look at that. And like they even recreated the mountains in the background. Like that looks like the ice dungeon that we go to after it. Come on. Yeah. So well done, man. Like I said, I got nothing but good things to say about it. Thank you everybody for watching. What a great time to be a Final Fantasy fan. That's all I got to say. Got a big smile on my face like I'm 10 years old again. And listen, but yeah, all I can say is, guys, thank you so much for watching. What an absolute pleasure, and as I said, what a time to be a Final Fantasy fan. This is it, man. Shout out to Alex Mokala. I loved it, man. Thank you so much for sharing this with us and for letting us know about it, because it's been nothing but a pleasure. I'm really curious what else is going to happen with this, if this is the end of it, or if they're going to kind of do a little bit more scenes. I would love to see just like a couple of shots, like a little mini trailer or something recreated from like big moments of the game, but I know that would take years of work, so I'm perfectly happy this is the end. But thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Follow on Twitter. Like I said, follow our journey. Me and Ali will be in LA for the Final Fantasy 16 event with a lot of our fellow creators, and it's going to be so much. We'll be there with Alex himself. It's going to be so much fun, and I can't wait to talk to Alex about this, because it was awesome. Thank you everybody. Have a great day. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this beautiful, beautiful tribute.